Hello, my name is Heidi McMartin Heeringa. I am a licensed speech-language pathologist, and in 2019, I published the textbook, The Visual Brain and Peripheral Reading and Writing Disorders, a guide to visual system dysfunction for speech-language pathologists. With this book as a guide, the student of speech-language pathology, as well as the practicing clinician, will learn to recognize the signs and symptoms of visually based reading and writing disorders, such as alexia and agraphia. This guide provides a common language for consultation with vision specialists in occupational therapy and neurooptometry. Methods for adapting testing and treatment protocols for the client with visual, sensory, and motor impairments are presented. Vision is more than seeing. It is our primary source of sensory information and plays a major role in cognition, language, and action. Sensory components of the visual system continuously change light stimuli into recognizable forms. All visual information is segregated by the eye of origin and is organized retinotopically. In this figure, divisions of the retina in the image on the left are represented topographically in the visual cortex in the image on the right. When we move our eyes, the spatial map that localizes objects is continually updated. This text provides many detailed descriptions and illustrations of the structures and functions of the visual system that support letter and word recognition, and the visual, sensory, and motor functions that lead to efficient reading and oral and written spelling. Visual, motor, and sensory deficits impact reading at a pre-lexical level before phonological or semantic processing occurs. Motor and sensory input is integrated within and between the cortical systems that serve vision, language, cognition, spatial attention, and motor function. Within the visual system, input to visual, motor, and sensory pathways is coordinated for efficient reading and writing. The visual brain and peripheral reading and writing disorders provides up-to-date information on the cortical organization of motor, cognitive, language, and visual systems based on a careful review of the neuropsychological, neurooptometric, neurolinguistic, occupational therapy, and speech-language pathology literature on acquired visual system dysfunction. Acquired peripheral reading and writing disorders are heterogeneous. In the neurological population, lesions may occur across visual, sensory, and motor systems and the cortical pathways that modulate attention and memory functions. This text provides a comprehensive review of the error patterns associated with different forms of acquired alexia and agraphia. Specific guidance is provided in the selection of formal tests, treatment methods, and tools, as well as a comprehensive list of general treatment guidelines. The visual brain and peripheral reading and writing disorders identifies a number of single modality and multimodal treatments and applications, as well as interactive treatment protocols that target specific symptoms of acquired alexia and agraphia. Suggestions for transitioning from single word to phrase and sentence level stimuli are provided, as well as a comprehensive list of general treatment guidelines. My purpose for writing this book was to broaden my own understanding of how visual, sensory, and motor impairments lead to acquired alexia and agraphia. By addressing visual system impairments as part of the rehabilitation process, we can achieve better outcomes in adult clients with peripheral reading and writing disorders and cognitive communicative dysfunction. Thank you for taking the time to learn about this text. The Visual Brain and Peripheral Reading and Writing Disorders, a guide to visual system dysfunction for the speech-language pathologist, is available at Slack Incorporated and on Amazon Books.